Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the sport of kings. Ahead on today's presentation, a riveting Caymanas Park showdown between two titans of Jamaican racing, Will in Charge and She's a Maneater. The latest from Trinidad and Tobago's Santa Rosa Park, the Barbados-born trainer Sir Michael Stoute comes up big again in the Lockinge Stakes in England. Barbadian riding ace Patrick Husbands closes a tremendous weekend for trainer Mark Casse, whose magnificent Preakness Stakes triumph is also ahead during the next 10 minutes. We're starting at Caymanas Park. The Legal Light Trophy Saturday's main event, reigning Horse of the Year and Diamond Mile champion Will in Charge under jockey Robert Hardball Halladine, coming face to face with 2017 Horse of the Year She's a Maneater with 6-time champion jockey Omar Hot Walker in the saddle. There's the small but exciting field. Wayne DaCosta's She's a Maneater in the 2 box, the even money favorite narrowly over the 4-horse Big Daddy Cool at 6-5 for leading trainer Anthony Nunes, and number 3 Robert Pearson's Will in Charge at 9-5. Bran Rickman picks them up down the backstretch.
The Will in Charge ekes out a narrow lead, a neck in front of Superluminal, continuing to press on the rail. She's a Maneater waiting for them to crack if they do. Big Daddy Cool doing the same on the outside in the yellow cap, and Houdini's Magic is just 5 lengths off them as they make their way down the backstretch and leave the 5. The war up front continues. Will in Charge now begins to edge away. Superluminal could be feeling it now. She's a Maneater in between horses. Now goes after the leader with Big Daddy Cool, and Houdini's Magic edges closer. Inside the last half mile, they run the bend, and Will in Charge has made his intentions known. Here is the filly. She's a Maneater now asked to cut into the lead. It's only a length and a short tail as they leave the 3. Big Daddy Cool hustled up to make up a 5-length deficit. Superluminal and Houdini's Magic toward the back of the field as they will now come into the lane. Will in Charge and Robert Halladine, She's a Maneater and Omar Walker, they go at it up front as they make their way to the 3/16th. Will in Charge fighting off She's a Maneater, who steps out wide, and these two continue their tremendous tussle on the lead inside the last furlong. It's Will in Charge just the leader. She's a Maneater trying to wear him down. Will in Charge by a half a length. She's a Maneater now asked to bite him in the throat, but they come toward the line. Will in Charge, She's a Maneater, she looks to have done it over Will in Charge.
A terrific homestretch showdown here that brought the fans to their feet at Caymanas Park, like their Super Stakes battle last November that saw the Super filly She's a Maneater winning by a short head. Another gripping late race battle here. Jockey Halladine on the inside appeared for a long time to be repelling the filly's outside challenge. Both horses on the vigorous left-hand whipping until Walker's switch to the right hand triggered a decisive winning surge.
The last she was laboring a bit like she don't want to pass him, and I just was waiting and just change the stick and just start to hit him with it and just roll on.
Ian Kong's She's a Maneater by a neck as the even money favorite over Will in Charge, clocking 1 minute 54.40 seconds. Big Daddy Cool a further 4 1/4 lengths back in third as a 2017 Triple Crown winner. Now a 5-year-old mare logs her second win in 3 starts this season for her Hall of Fame trainer.
We are honored to be in the presence of She's a Maneater. She has been a fantastic 2-year-old, a great 3-year-old, great 4-year-old, and we're just honored to have her here today.
Now to TNT's Santa Rosa Park, 6 starters in the 3-year-old and over feature over 6 3/4 furlongs. Princess Suri, the even money favorite. John Rupert on commentary.
As they head towards the 800-meter marker, and with the lead on the inside is Whisper Light as Caesar Country knifes between horses now. So it's Caesar Country and Whisper Light. Princess Suri's right there on the far side. Then Pause for a Cause is starting to make closer headway in fourth. Then we come back to Trini Navigator and Buffalo Soldier. They turn again, and the leader is Caesar Country in front by a length and a half. Racing in second there is Whisper Light as Princess Suri races on the outside. Pause for a Cause is looking for a seam. Then we come back to Trini Navigator and Buffalo Soldier. They're about to confront the stretch run with Caesar Country at 10-1 in front. Here comes Whisper Light up the rail on the inside. Pause for a Cause being produced by Hernandez. Princess Suri needs to go now, but it's Caesar Country holding on. Here comes Princess Suri being produced by Jadu on the outside. Running on from the back of the pack is Buffalo Soldier and Whisper Light, but it's Caesar Country holding on grimly to the lead. Princess Suri with one last gasp. Caesar Country, Princess Suri, it's tight. Maybe Caesar Country over Princess Suri.
From the barn of champion trainer Glenn Mendez, Caesar Country at 10-1 odds scores a surprise victory under apprentice Kimal Santo. Bred by Big Country out of the 2008 Derby winner Pride and Glory, the 5-year-old Caesar Country gets a third win in his last 4 starts. The favourite Princess Suri suffers a stinging loss here. The winning time for 6 3/4 furlongs, 1:21:30.
Let's head north now to some major events in the UK, the USA and Canada. First to the Lockinge Stakes at Newbury in England.
Sir Michael Stoute's Mustachery not among the best fancied in the competitive field as a 9-1 bet, but preparing under jockey Jim Crowley for a winning charge approaching the final 2 furlongs.
Lauren's been shaken up by PJ McDonald, moves through there now, Press Astilio, Mustachery out in the clearing third, Icon Flies, made good ground, then Romanized Sedalcerot comes next, and it's Mustachery who strikes for home and goes past Lawrence. Accidental Agent stays on, but Mustachery is coming clear in the Lockinge. Mustachery, another Lockinge to Sir Michael Stoute. Mustachery beat Lawrence.
What a run by Mustachery, a widening 2.5 lengths the victory margin as Sir Michael's record tally of wins in this 1 mile Lockinge Stakes moves to 8. The favourite Lawrence second, and Accidental Agent at 33-1 stays on well to claim third place. A famous £650,000 1 mile run next month is the 6-year-old's next target.
I would think the Queen Anne, but he's a versatile horse, you know. He's one at the mile and a quarter as well. I would think the Queen Anne would be what Sheikh Hamdan would want.
Across the Atlantic now to the Pimlico racetrack in Maryland, home of the Preakness Stakes, the second leg of the US Triple Crown series.
A field of 13 going in the 9.5 furlong run. That's a mile and 3/16. Check out this rail run by Mark Casse's War of Will, who had been embroiled in Kentucky Derby controversy when disqualified winner Maximum Security crossed him as the field approached the home stretch.
War of Will on the inside, who's now being ridden to keep up. Win is going very wide. Owendale too, and they're into the stretch, and it's Warrior's Charge off the turn in front. Another twist of fate. Here's War of Will, and he got through an opening on the inside at the gate pole. Owendale is storming down the center of the track, but it's War of Will coming down to the 16th pole in front by 2 lengths late. A late charge from Longshot Everfast on the inside too, but nothing stood in his way. War of Will won the Preakness.
Under the 24-year-old jockey Tyler Gaffalione, War of Will rebounds strikingly from his Kentucky Derby 8th place finish when he was impeded, scoring here by a length and a quarter for 10-time Woodbine champion trainer Mark Casse, stopping the clock for 9.5 furlongs at 1:54:34 for owner Gary Barber.
So Canada's top trainer Mark Casse lands his first ever triumph in a US Triple Crown race as part of a weekend of amazing personal success at Toronto's Woodbine racetrack. He won Saturday's Celine Stakes, plus Sunday the Queenston Stakes.
And you can add Monday's Victoria Day holiday card feature at Woodbine, the Eclipse Stakes, to Casse's flurry of wins through the 3-horse Super Tappet, being positioned here for a winning run by Barbadian riding ace Patrick Husbands.
Here comes Super Tappet. Are you kidding me? Warming up. Mr. Ritz in front. Taken on though. Super Tappet coming now. Avies Mace is finishing well down the outside. Super Tappet's hit the front with Mr. Ritz fighting on. And there in front, Mr. Ritz trying to come back. Mr. Ritz and Super Tappet. Mr. Ritz and Super Tappet neck and neck. Super Tappet, Mr. Ritz. They hit the wire. A head bob between the two.
The race setup, the way how I really wanted to set up, because on the morning my horse is so aggressive. So this is the first time I ride him going into a race, and then I know I'm going to be on the lead, and then when he come up and he was so relaxed, I'm like, this is not the same horse, but I got a perfect trip, and the bottom of the lane, I thought I had him, sure. But it was a dogfight down the lane.
2 stakes wins inside 9 days for Husbands, just 2 days before his 46th birthday. Super Tappet by a nose over the 3-1 bet, Mr. Ritz. 4 stakes wins in 3 race days for Casse as his 5-year-old posts a winning time of 1:42:39 for 8.5 furlongs.
We've been at the track covering top stories and exciting races in the Sport of Kings. Check us out again next week.